Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. My name is Adam. I'm the person behind Crafty Wool. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you very much for being here. And if you're new, hello, welcome. Thanks for checking out my channel. Please have a look at my previous videos. There's a bit more of an introduction on some of them. Don't forget to subscribe, leave me some comments, feedback, anything, likes, dislikes, whatever you want to throw at me. Please do. At least I know where to improve, what to change, what I can do differently, and all that fun stuff. This one's going to be a quick one, but I usually say that and it ends up being half an hour, 40 minutes. But as far as I know, it will be a quick one today, only because of a couple of things that I'll explain in a minute. There's just a couple of things that are going on that I want to mention and tell you why. I'm confusing myself. I'm just going to jump in. It's easier. Like I said, if you don't know who I am or what I'm doing, have a look at my previous videos. It's not a straightforward podcast, this. I'm not a straightforward person. Either enjoy or bye. Sorry. Right, so what I'm going to start with is I don't really have anything to show you. So I'm not going to start with that because there's nothing to show. The thing is, as you might know from the last video and the video before that, I was talking about the make along between Judy at Judy's Creations and Crochet and Gina at the Knitting Turnpike, doing a group make along. I nearly said work along, make along. A group project making a wrap. It was a knitting and a crocheting wrap, whichever you can do. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to miss out on that, I'm afraid. Nothing against the pattern, absolutely nothing against the pattern and the designer behind it. Nothing to do with her. I believe the creator is a lady. Nothing to do against the design, the pattern, or any of that. As I think I mentioned in previous videos, I can't follow written instructions for crocheting. I think the problem is I started out as a knitter originally, and I was used to, when you were working, you could see the stitch that was coming up. You knew what you were working into. When I started crocheting, I learned crocheting by doing granny squares because I found that a lot easier than doing like a single crochet, a chain, single crochet, double crochet, treble, all of that. So I started with granny squares because it was the easiest to work into the the big gaps in the pattern. So it must stem from that me not being able to follow or understand or see or whatever the stitches unless I specifically know it's going there. I'm trying to explain it and I'm not doing a great job. Basically the issues with the pattern for me is just not I'm not able to follow written instructions. That's the problem, and there's no unfortunately there's no video tutorial for it because it's a paid for pattern, and obviously if somebody did a video tutorial for it, anyone could do it without the designer making any money, which she's a designer for a reason. So like I said, it's nothing to do with that, it's to do with me not being able to get the actual pattern for some reason. I mean, the increasing side, I think I got, at least I thought I did. The decreasing side, I think that's one of my main problems. It's, on the repeat, or the in the pattern, if it says like double crochet into whatever stitch, and then so I'm trying to do that, and I'm thinking, is that the last stitch, or is the little side bit the last stitch? I know you're probably thinking, how do you not get it? I don't, unfortunately. It's just, I just don't seem to get it. I tried. I mean, I'll show you. So obviously, there's the edges. I mean, that's not too bad until it gets to this green part, which all of the sudden just shot out, and I'm not sure why, because I was increasing the same way as I was on this bit. But I must admit, as I was making it, I wasn't happy with how. I mean, it doesn't look that bad on camera, but for me, it just seems very wavy on the edges, and when something's not turning out perfectly as I'd like it, it puts me off. So, like I said, it's nothing to do with the pattern whatsoever. It's to do with me being a thicko. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I do love the actual idea behind it, of the double crochets and then the little window sections. I really like it. I really, really do like it. But I got to the point where I was dreading getting to either side and thinking, oh my god, what am I going to do here? So, and then I put a picture on Instagram where I was working on this green bit, and on the decrease side, it was just going straight up. It wasn't moving anywhere. And as far as I know, I was decreasing because I was going into the last news. I'm not saying it out loud, so obviously people can't work the pattern out. As far as I know, I was doing it right, but it comes back to, is that the last stitch, or is that the last, or those the last two stitches? And it was getting me to a point where I was coming home thinking, right, I need to get on with that pattern, because it's the middle of February and it's due very early in March, and I'm thinking, oh, I need to get on with it. And then this almost dreading feeling, but I'm not doing it right. It's clearly not right, because I'm not doing something right with this. So it just got to a point where I was panicking. Not panicking. I wasn't, but I was thinking, oh, I'm not getting it. I'm not doing it right. I want to do it, but I don't want to do it, because then it confirms that I'm not doing it right. And bless you, Judy, she explained absolutely everything. I think she must have been typing away like, how do you not get this still? And she's done her absolute best, and I was just not getting it. And like I said, it was getting me to a point where I thought, oh god, this is counterproductive of what crocheting should be for me. So, but like I said, nothing against the pattern itself. It's me, not getting it. So, but anyway, I worked with the yarn, which I really, really like. I think it's the Stylecraft Highland had Stylecraft. By the way, I'm not going to edit the videos anymore, because my computer is ancient and it takes me about 3 hours to edit it. And on top of that, I'm having to obviously upload it on YouTube, and that takes absolutely ages. So sorry about not being able to edit it. Hopefully one of these days I'll get a new computer, or somehow I'll be able to edit it. But I'll have to put the the Crafty Wool logo at the beginning. I'm going to have to do some editing, unfortunately. But, hey, the glamorous lifestyle of YouTubers, eh? So, yeah, I'm going to frog this and I'll have the yarn. What I'm thinking of doing, and please tell me if it's not allowed to use the same concept, but then again I bought the pattern. Basically what I'm going to try and do is create it as a plain rectangular wrap instead of on the bias, because then that way I can just, you know, work it straight rather than having to increase and decrease on one side and the other. Or maybe do like a point to point wrap, if you know what I mean. So starting, you know, with 3 double crochets and then slowly increasing and then getting to a point where I think, okay, it's wide enough. Maybe not start with 3, that'd be too few. I think you know what I mean. You know, start with like a pointy end, getting to a number of stitches where I think it's going to be a wide enough wrap, and then just going up straight, and then when I made it long enough, just decrease it until it becomes another you know, point, end, whatever. So, because I do like the pattern itself, but it's just the increase and decreasing for me, and following a written pattern, and I don't really understand why. It might be to do with the abbreviations and just following it. I'm not sure. I've tried a couple of written patterns, you know, following it on my computer screen. I had this pattern printed, and I tried to follow it, and I was getting lost with the whole idea, with the whole pattern. But then if I'm following a YouTube tutorial, it's absolutely fine. I think I've created one of the hardest shawls I've ever made. I don't have a picture for it, but if I do, I'm going to try and insert it here. He says not editing. Great. It was the seashell. I don't have it anymore. I'll continue talking and I'll just try to get the picture up. Bear with me. What, I bet you're thinking, what is he going on about, this guy? So basically I've managed to do a really complicated pattern by following the YouTube tutorial, but if I had to do it off a written pattern, I don't think there's a chance I would have done it, because unless I'm seeing what stitch to go into, I don't think I can do it. And if you're going to say you can do it, you can do it, thank you, I appreciate that, but I don't think I can. I've tried, and it's just not something I can do, I don't think. But it's absolutely fine. There's hundreds of thousands of video tutorials on YouTube. I'll happily continue on, you know, working from those. And I think I'm just going to stop trying to do written patterns. I don't think they're for me. Where is this shawl that I'm trying to find? Oh, so this one. Right. Come on. Oh, here we go. It's a shawl by Fibre Spider. If you're interested in obviously seeing it, finding out about it, let me know and I'll try and find a tutorial, but I can't remember the name of it, and it's an absolutely terrible, hold on, focus, it's not focusing, oh god, never mind. It's something like the seashell cluster. I'm not sure. Let me know if you're interested. I'll put it on. I'll respond with a comment. So yeah, sorry, that's a bit of a downer, but mm, oh yeah, the other thing again, it's not the pattern itself, it's me. When I thought I was finally getting it, I thought, oh, I've got this, and I came to the repeat, and it was saying like repeat part one seven more times. I thought, okay, fine, I've got that. And then I flipped over the pattern, and then it came to part two, part three, part four, and I thought, huh? I've only just got this. Why is it changing? I think you can customize it and change it yourself, which if I was getting it, I think that's what I would have done, because it was hard enough grasping the idea for part one, let alone for another three parts. Um, so yeah, I think I'm going to retire the ideas of um, written patterns. So I've been blabbering on about this for 16 minutes, and like I said, I'm sorry, this week there's not going to be much yarny stuff, but just so it's not completely boring, I'll show you the other project I was meant to work on, but because of the Revity wrap, um, like I said, it was the project I was focusing on and panicking about and worrying about, and so everything else went to the back burner. Whereas it's the 16th of February, and I've got another project for Judy's Mal, the tropical birds, which I've got the perfect yarn for. I've got the one of my favourite patterns to work on. Nothing exciting. It's a double crochet shawl, but it's one of those that I enjoy just sitting and crocheting and watching the colours change. Um, yeah, I don't think I made much progress since last time, but I'll be cracking on with this. I've got my new little TV show to watch, Feud season 2, about Truman Capote and his swans. It's really good. Quite sad, but really really good. Um, I don't often talk about TV shows, but I've got an idea to talk about. I keep saying I've got ideas, and then nothing happens. But I want to just chat about later on, like what does everyone watch, listen to, do while you're crocheting or knitting. So I just thought I'd mention it. Yeah, so highly recommend Feud. It's really good. So I'm looking forward to watching that this evening and working on this. I'm lying. I'm not going to be working on it this evening. I've got the other thing. So as you know, I'm doing the monthly clubs, which I'm smiling because I'm genuinely so happy about it. So at the beginning, very first couple of days of the month, I was a little bit not panicky, but I thought, oh, there's not as much as in the first month, but some very lovely customers have come back for a second month and purchased it and got in touch to say how much they loved the first month. So I'm really grateful for that. And then as the month has started progressing, my phone kept pinging, and I thought, oh, I've sold a couple more. So it basically I sold the same amount as last month. So I'm extremely, extremely happy about that. So I've just realised, so I've not moved much. No, okay, because I've got the monthly clubs behind my head, so you can't see it. Don't worry. If I haven't moved, you can't see it. No. But I can honestly say, in the 2 or 3 years of yarn dyeing I've been doing, obviously off and on, I've been doing this month's batch have turned out to be, I think, the best I've ever done. It was a bit, touch and go as the dye started going in, and I thought, yeah, okay, it's not doing what I was expecting it to do. It turned out absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to be sending them out to you, whoever purchased it. I don't mean to be like right cocky, like, oh, it's the best thing ever. For me, for what I've dyed so far, it's honest to God one of my favourites I've ever done. And I've got them all written down because I think some of them I'm going to have to make into full skeins when I'm able to restock with 100 gram skeins. But yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon at how they turned out, and I can't wait for you to see them. So yeah, I've got the monthly clubs to work on, and as you know, I work full time. I finish at 11 o'clock on Wednesdays only because I start an hour early. I said I'm not going to have much to talk about. It's been going 21 minutes and I'm still blabbering on. Absolutely no knitting or crocheting showed, really. So if you're still listening, thank you. And hopefully next week I'm going to have more interesting things to show you. But like I said, I've got someone to talk to this way. What was I saying? Yeah, so I work full time and I finish at 11 Wednesdays. Because I start an hour early every morning. I'm knackered, but it's fine. So this past Wednesday, I've dyed up a batch of yarn because Saturday I've got things to do. Sunday, I think I'm going to be packaging and labeling and doing all that stuff, getting it ready to post out to you guys. But something that really excites me, and one of my lights just went out, so if it goes, it hasn't really changed. Another thing I'm really excited about is I've purchased a vacuum sealer, so I'll be able to hopefully send out the yarns a bit easier. I'm not sure how much of a difference it's going to make, but what I was struggling with is trying to, this past month when I was sending them out, what I was struggling with is making sure that they don't get tangled up, especially the ones that were going across the pond. You know, it's traveling a lot, and because I wasn't hanking them up to stay in shape due to the size of the packages, I just let them, unravel them, and they were in an envelope tied together with some string so that they wouldn't get tangled. But it was extremely time consuming. I mean, it took me about 3 to 4 hours to do on a Sunday, I think. Because it was a all weekend project last month, whereas this month I've managed to do it a lot quicker. So what I'll be doing is vacuum sealing the yarns. That way, obviously, they can't get tangled up because there's no air in it, no room for it to move. Now, if you'd rather not have it vacuum sealed, I absolutely get that. Please let me know. But I've watched videos where some of this bloke on YouTube, not anyone that I heard people mention, so it's okay. I can talk honestly. He was full on panicking, like, don't ever vacuum seal yarn, it's going to damage it, it's going to do this, it's going to do that. And I'm thinking, it's yarn, it doesn't breathe, it's you're not going to kill it, it's yarn. When you receive it, open it, let it air, give it a fluff and be right. It's a piece of string. It's going to be fine, especially the I'm not sending you, I don't know what, it's superwash merino. It's literally sheep that's been outside in rain, snow, ice, sunshine and all that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be right in a plastic envelope that's been vacuum sealed. So, but yeah, if you'd rather not have it vacuum sealed, that's absolutely fine. Let me know. But from what I understand, it should be absolutely fine. I've seen loads of people doing it. hopefully that way I can also reduce the cost of shipping, which I've mentioned I hate paying for. I can imagine other people hate paying for, because you're paying for shipping. Yay, nobody wants to. Or if it doesn't change the price, what I mean is, if I can send it as a letter rather than a large letter, obviously there's a bit of a price decrease, but what I might be able to do is send it as more of a priority shipping. I don't know, I'll have to look into it. So yeah, there's a couple of there we go. I think they're the only things I've really wanted to mention. Yeah, sorry, it's not an interesting one this week. One thing I do just want to say is thanks Judy for reviewing my own in yesterday's video. I've not left you a comment yet, only because it's been busy and I've not fully watched the video yet. I don't think I've still got like 8 minutes left, but I've seen the bit where you talked about it and obviously explained to people why you won't be purchasing it, only because you've got loads of yarn already. But I'm really grateful that you still purchased it, just so you could show it to other people and help my little business. So thanks, Judy. Yeah, and I'm really grateful for everyone on videos and YouTubers who showed my yarn. It means a lot. It honestly means a lot to me, because it generates people's interest and they're looking at my Etsy shop and my Instagram. So there's definitely a lot to be said about word of mouth and all of that. Hey, I've been blabbering on for half an hour. I'm so sorry. I bet you're thinking, oh, let's see if he changed things. No, it's still me blabbering on, but at least this way I can vent a little bit, and to people that understand what I'm talking about. So I don't remember what I promised in last week's video that I would be doing. I need to start making notes about what I keep talking about and what I'll be doing. I know I've mentioned about showing some of my yarn, although I can honestly say there's not as much as what I was expecting, but we'll see. Talk about what I'm planning to buy from Ice Yarns once there's been some disappearances. Possibly projects that I want to be working on, and then also whips. Yes, I think so, whips. Yeah, because I've got Judy's mal to work on. I've got that I can't remember what it's called, that knitted shawl that I showed you last week that I bought the yarn for, the cabaret yarn, which is a knitted one, which I'm hoping to get back to and finish, because it's a really nice shawl. Oh yeah, and then also want to talk about like I said, what we all do. What I'd be really interested to find out what other people are doing while knitting and crocheting, because I've not really heard other YouTubers talk about it. I think Judy, you mentioned you listen to audiobooks, but it'd be interesting to chat about it and find out what you all do. So if for next week's video you'd like to leave me a comment about what you listen to, watch, any recommendations for others, where is it that you crochet or knit, I'd be really interested to see. And then if you leave it in a comment, I can obviously share it on the video, discuss it, talk about it, if anyone's interested. If you're not, absolutely fine. I'll talk about what I do. Hopefully that will give you some ideas. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. Right, I shall let you go. There's no appearance by Pepper again. Pepper! No. I don't think so. I don't think he's coming in. Last week he came in just as I stopped the video, and I could just hear his little nails clicking on the floor. Yeah, I can't hear him. Yeah, next time if he's here, I'll bring him over because he was very popular. I can honestly say the cat was more popular than me, but I'm not surprised. He's a lot cuter. But I'm just gonna let you guys go. Sorry there wasn't anything interesting this week. Really, to be fair, I can honestly say there wasn't. Hopefully next week I'll have more interesting things to talk about. Look after yourselves, get crafting, get crocheting, and I shall see you next week. Bye everyone.